Okay, so the SN2 reaction is a polar reaction, but it prefers the aprotic polar solvent in that reaction. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a little bit about that, and we're going to talk about protic solvents and aprotic solvents, and a little bit about the differences and comparison between them. And then there are 5 factors needed for nucleophilic substitution reaction, which is SN abbreviated. So now those are alkyl halides, leaving groups, nucleophiles, solvents, and stereochemistry. We might talk a little bit about a couple of those in today's video. So in aprotic solvents, there are no hydrogen bonding, and some examples of those are dimethyl sulfoxide, which is DMSO. Another example is dimethylformamide, which is DMF. There's also hexamethyl phosphoramide, which is HMPA. And there are also acetones and benzonitriles. So now let's take a look at SN1 reactions and SN2 reactions and see what type of whether they're good for tertiary, secondary, or primary. So now SN2 reactions are generally used for primary carbons, and SN1 reactions are generally used for tertiary carbons. However, in the secondary carbons, SN1 and SN2 can be used in both. It really depends on the strength of the nucleophile. So now, SN2 tends to proceed with very strong nucleophiles. For example, like alkyl iodide, cyanide, and nitriles, among others. And then why is it that SN2 needs aprotic polar solvents? Well, that's because the nucleophiles that I mentioned, such as alkyl halide, cyanide, and nitriles, these nucleophiles are considered good nucleophiles. So their strength and nucleophility is high. And so these nucleophiles need to be strong enough to be able to dissolve the substrate and the nucleophile. But however, they do not participate in hydrogen bonding. And so SN1 likes protic solvents like waters, alcohol, carboxylic acids, and so that they can stabilize it. And some examples of protic solvents are alcohols, amines, water, and acids. And so some examples, so just like comparison between SN2, SN1, and polar and aprotic solvents are in protic polar solvents, they contain at least one H bond, and in aprotic solvents they have no hydrogens or no H bonding. And SN1 reactions, they happen significantly faster in polar protic solvents than in aprotic polar solvents. And SN2 reactions are significantly, or they occur significantly faster in aprotic solvents than in protic polar solvents. And SN1 reaction works well in tertiary alkyl halide because the loss of a leaving group forms a tertiary carbonation, which is the most stable of all carbocations. And like we mentioned earlier, SN2 reactions are good in primary and in secondary reactions. But it would really just depends on the strength of the nucleophile. So if in secondary reactions and they can both have SN1 and SN2, and so if it's a good nucleophile, then SN2 reaction would most likely proceed. And so continuing on with the comparison, SN1 reactions are rich with oxygen and hydrogen bonds and nitrogen and hydrogen bonds, while aprotic solvents lack oxygen and hydrogen bonds and nitrogen and hydrogen bonds. All right, thank you.